Good morning, Kevin here, and as you can see, Cynthia's with me.
Good morning.
This is a very impromptu walk. We thought about a walk yesterday, but nothing got planned. And then this morning, Cynthia messaged me and said, are we going to do a walk? So we are. But the main reason for the walk is this. My new drone. I had a little bit of an accident with my Mavic Mini. It went into return to home mode, and we were filming round an old derelict church, but it was surrounded by trees. And what we've discovered is that when it goes into return to home mode, it literally goes straight up like a rocket, which mine did, didn't it?
It did.
And straight into the branch of the trees. Then it came down crashing into the walls of the church. Hence broken camera, broken leg, 3 cracks in the casing. So thankfully I'm insured, and I've now got a Mavic Mini 2. All I've done is I've taken it into my garden to get that started. So that's what we've done. So we're going to head off in this direction, I think, through these trees.
Yeah.
And we're going to try and find a nice clear meadow to try and fly this drone. So we're in this woodlands, we're on top of Marley, and we've got lots of dog walkers around us, and we've got one just coming along here. Hello, you. Hello. No, I think someone's calling you. We've just back there come across a little lane. It's not the main one, and we're into this, well, it's all woodland at the moment, and typical sort of West Sussex woods. We've got a real mixture of holly and beech, and we've got oak and fir trees. We've got a finger post there telling us which way we've got to go, and I'm being led very much by Cynthia because she knows Marley very, very well, as it's one of her favourite places to walk. But it's a beautiful morning, lots and lots of dappled sunlight, as you can probably see. And the sun is away up to our left hand side, and the temperature, we were just saying, is absolutely lovely. And we're going through a period of very hot weather, but it's going to get even hotter this coming week, and I think it's the 10th of July today, and I believe we've got at least another week of this hot weather, but the temperatures, as I say, are going to be going up and up, I think into sort of 32, 33, and that's going to be pretty much across the whole of the country, I believe. So you have to be very careful in these conditions. Make sure you drink plenty and don't go out into the midday sun, as they say. Well, we've just come along there, and we've walked a fair distance now since we were at the the viewpoint, and we're coming through this beautiful avenue of beech trees with a few other trees dotted around in it. It's a great big country pile to my right hand side, and there's a great big country pile to my left hand side. Houses, I mean, just in case anybody was thinking it was a pile of rubbish. But Cynthia said that this is the path that we end up on a meadow, and it's a meadow that we have visited several times before. So hopefully we can get the drone out there and fly it, but of course, as I am always very careful of, to make sure there's no people and no animals close by, because sometimes in the meadow that we're going to there are cattle, and I'm trying to think of the breed of
Belted Galloway.
Belted Galloway, thank you, Cynthia. We did see one earlier on Marley Common, and of course Marley Common is all totally fenced in now to enable the cattle to roam free and of course eat the lower vegetation. Oh yeah, the meadow's just to our left hand side, which is just up here, up through that way. It's completely open, but there's lots of tall grass in there, but all we need to do is get to the edge of the meadow and find somewhere to stand. But there is a footpath goes right through it.
Well, the cattle grazing sign is there, but
Yes, it is. Okay. Thank you, Cynthia. So, right, here we go. Of course, as soon as you come out the shelter of the trees, temperature just is going up very quickly. And just up the end here, there is another viewpoint which we'll try and show you, which is where I think I might try and launch the drone from. But we're not sure whether this is owned by
I think it may be the Lynchmere Society.
the Lynchmere Society. Yeah, Cynthia thinks it is. And it is, yep, a wildflower meadow, which I believe you told me they had tried to introduce more flowers here, but it failed to a point.
Well, yeah. No, it was successful.
Yeah.
But now it's sort of just gone like this. But there's a lot of species in there.
Oh, there is, and you know, to be honest, just walking along the little way that we have, we're seeing lots and lots of butterflies.
Yeah, it is working.
I don't know whether the camera's going to pick up any of these, but you know, we're probably looking at one time a dozen butterflies or more, which is lovely to see. So let's go up this way, and there's somebody coming towards us already. So we'll be careful. Well, Cynthia and I have done a test with the drone, and this is where we've tested it, on this lovely meadow. And first impressions are very good, except the one thing I need to learn is not to fly it too high, because the height is amazing. I got so high that we actually lost sight of it, which was the wrong thing to do, because then I couldn't remember left or right which way I was going to be going, because I'd turned the drone round so I could film the trees, and then I couldn't, because I couldn't see it, I couldn't see which way I'm going to go. So very important lesson learned today, not to fly so high, because I think, well, we're pretty sure that where I ended up was the other side of those trees in the distance there, although there was open ground, but there was probably another meadow over there somewhere, so that's where we were flying. So I had to take the chance to bring the drone down and then start. I could have hit, as Cynthia said at one point, hit the button for return to home, because that would fly, it would fly at 20 meters high until it gets to here.
But the trouble is, I did say that, but if you were the other side of those trees,
yeah, and that would have come straight into the trees.
The other thing, of course, we couldn't hear it anymore either.
No, we'd lost.
Just for a very short while,
yeah,
we couldn't hear it.
We couldn't see it, couldn't hear it. So that was again the worrying thing. So I took a chance and I moved it again, left or right. It would have been to the drone's left, I think, which brought us back over to this meadow, and we found the footpath.
Yes, we saw the footpath.
So as soon as we found the footpath, and then we started to hear it as I brought it a bit lower. So yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see what the video footage comes out like, because today is really an experimental day. Little walk, fly the drone, see how we get on. So fingers crossed. So where are we heading now? Back? Back?
Different route back.
Different route back. So let's get going. Let's see what else we can find en route. Well, we've decided to, let me just turn around. We've come down from right up the top there, and it's a very steep.
I forgot, didn't I?
And Cynthia didn't mention this, although I have been down here before. It's very, very steep, and we're going through all these sweet chestnuts trees, that is. And what we can't work out is the bit of valley through there to my left hand side, which they cleared out about 4 years ago. They're now letting it grow back up, and we can't work out why they just cut that one bit through there, because there's no cables or anything through there, you know, pylons that are going to affect them. But a bit of a strange one, but it's lovely temperature down under here. And just in front of us is the yew tree where they hang ribbons from. Here we are, look at this. Do we know the significance of it yet?
Recently, most of them have been taken down.
Yeah.
Because these are all newish, aren't
These
they?
are new, yeah, you can tell by the condition of the ribbons.
There was a lot put on there during the lockdown.
Yes, there was. Red, white and blue. For England? Britain, sorry. Sorry, yeah, yes.
Looks like the French flag though, like that.
Yes, it's just a lovely thing. As Cynthia said, there was all sorts of things. I think there were jars and things put in here.
Yeah, if you look from this side, you can see there's some ribbons quite high up.
Oh yes, there are.
The kids must climb up, but there were some little jars up there.
Yes, there was.
With items in and...
Yeah. So rather lovely, and to be honest, the ribbons and that are not doing any harm.
No, I know there are very mixed views about doing this to trees.
Yeah.
But
in fact, there's a red ribbon very high up there.
Someone's been right up.
Right up the tree, yeah.
Most of these are loosely tied.
Yes, they are.
So this person here,
This is
called Kevin, of Kevin's Rambles,
This is,
has just put this GoPro 7
yeah.
in my hand and told me I have to film. But I have nothing to say about this walk, except I've done it 1,000 times before. So here we go, walking through these. What are these, Kevin? Well, that's a holly bush. So I'm walking up. There seems to be something going on up here, actually. If we can peek through the hedge. Oh, and look, we have a derelict building. No idea what that used to be. There's a pond inside. Oh, and a fish. Doesn't look like it should have a fish, does it? Anyway, it's a bit grim. So we're going over here, and we peek through here. They appear to be harvesting. Look at that. It's an English country scene for you. I finished. What?
Have a look on the tree, Cynthia, just here.
Oh, look.
Look at the fungi growing off this tree.
Racket fungi.
Yeah.
Look at that.
See if you can get in and get a close up of that. That's lovely.
I'm going to go for one of these smaller ones.
Yeah, good idea.
They look more perfect. Those.
It's amazing. But of course the original way of cutting a meadow like this would have been with a scythe, but it is a big meadow, so a scythe to cut this would be way too big. It will, yeah. Well, Cynthia and I we've passed the gateway that went into the meadow where we did the drone flight, and now we're having to retrace our steps. So we had a choice of going making the walk a bit longer, but the temperature, it's now 12:10 and the temperature is going up step by step. We can feel it, whereas before we felt quite comfortable in the shade of the trees, which we still are to a degree. You can feel the temperature under these trees are getting more and more. So we need to get back to the car and then get Cynthia home, and then we can have a cup of tea and perhaps a snack.
You never know your luck.
Just here to my left hand side we've got these lovely horses with their screens over their eyes to stop the flies getting on their eyes, which is a lovely thing to do. But they're eating away. Lunchtime for them. Lovely, lovely colour, the one to the right hand side.
It is lovely, isn't it?
Yep. Beautiful. Well, we're back at the car park on Marley Common, and the temperatures are really going up now. It's very hot. There's a car just pulling in, and we've seen belted Galloways and we've seen the butterflies, brimstones. Anyway, this will be Kevin and Cynthia on a very, very hot day saying bye bye, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye.
Hello there, my name's Andrew Norris and I'm sitting in a meadow in Croatia. If like me you've just enjoyed watching Kevin's latest video, do give him a thumbs up, and if you haven't, please consider subscribing. Click the bell notification and you'll be kept informed of any future videos that Kevin uploads. Thank you.